Southern California, AM 1220 KHTS. The show is Fred Arnold on the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight. I'm joined by Nikki Miller, and Jim Miller, her husband. They operate Academy Swim Club. They own and operate it. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Fred.
I wanted to get you on the show to talk about swim awareness for children. Because the summer's going to be coming up. There's a lot of pools, and this is California. And we want children to be safe. Tell us a little bit about your backstory on why safety is so important to you and your experiences with your own family.
Well, my husband and I went on a date. This is a couple of decades ago. We went on a date in the middle of the day and came home, paid the babysitter. She left, and a little bit later we went outside, and there was a pile of wet clothes by our spa and vomit all over. And it turns out my 1-year-old had crawled into the spa, and the babysitter was inside on the phone, didn't even see it, and my 3-year-old went in to pull him out, and fortunately it didn't turn into a double drowning, and they were both okay. But
so they're okay now, and they're out of school now,
in
right?
College.
Yes. That's what Jim was saying, and so it's a story we can smile about now.
Yeah,
but it certainly could have been tragic, and I think that the best gift you can give a child or grandchild or niece or nephew is swim lessons.
Oh, definitely. In California, drowning is the #1 cause of accidental death for children under the age of 5. And if you don't have a pool in your backyard, your babies will find a way to get into the pool of the neighbor. Or
they'll find it. A backstory for us. Alex Arnold, who's a CLU, my son, fell in probably when he was a year and a half. 2 years, and I always would teach him in our pool, go on your back if you ever fall in. He didn't speak much at the time. Go on your back. And we're at a party, someone else's house, all around the pool, and my son's on his back in the middle of the pool. And we're like, and I flew through that backyard like you wouldn't believe, but it's really important.
It definitely is.
So let's talk about having fun and teaching children how to swim. Because my son did not like to swim at first because the water was cold and it wasn't playtime, it was swim time. And anyhow, tell us about how you do it.
Okay, so we start kids as early as 2 weeks old. And I'm a real believer in not just learning how to swim, but learning to love the water and respect the water. So it's like a 3-tiered component to our learning process. And in every few months, all of our kids come with clothes on in their swimming lesson, because kids, it's not if they're going to fall in the pool, it's when. And they're usually not going to have their bathing suit on when they accidentally fall into a pool. So they all come with shoes, jeans, sweatshirts, the whole deal. And at certain levels, they have to actually swim across the pool with their clothes on. And our water is 90 to 92 degrees. We're indoors. We're year-round. And so there's no seasons for learning how to swim. And in fact, our kids graduate from our program and get on to junior Olympic teams, and they do very, very well. Well,
my youngest went to the swim academy, and my oldest were swim captains at West Branch High School. So you never know, but you get them started soon.
Yep.
You get them started early. Let's talk about swim safety, because you're an expert in swim safety.
Definitely. We started the Aquatic Safety Awareness Program in the Santa Clarita Valley, and this was about 10 years ago, and we've been going into preschools and kindergarten classes to educate kids and their families, because they take these lessons home. And accidental drowning, it's the leading cause of death, but it's 100% preventable with care and education. So there's 3 parts of that, of the lessons, and one is watch your children at all times. You can't assume somebody else is watching them. And kids drown in backyard pools when all the dads are outside barbecuing because nobody noticed, and it's not a huge splash, and it's not like the movies where they're kicking and screaming for help. They just go underwater, and it's a little blip, and that's the last you hear of them. So the second component is fence your gates, put pool alarms, surface alarms on the pools, put a lock on the fence, put higher locks on doors leading to outside. Be careful of doggy doors, because kids will crawl out doggy doors and right into the pool. And they don't mean necessarily to go into the pool, but if a toy falls into the pool, they're going to go reach for the toy and then fall in. But kids really are attracted to water, and there's an old adage that says if there's a puddle of water, 9 out of 10 kids will walk right through it, and the 10th will sit in it.
Yes.
So
No, maybe the first 5 would walk through it, and the other 5 would sit in it or kick it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right, splashing
Kids,
it.
and just think, you
Splashing
can't
it.
get kids out of the pool
Right.
when they're playing and having
Right.
fun. So it really attracts children. It's a great way to get your son or daughter to go to sleep earlier that night.
oh, definitely.
So swimming can be such a joy in life. We just want to make sure it's safe.
Yep.
And
And the third tier is learning how to swim.
Yep. And the competitive side of it, once you learn how to swim.
Oh, that's a blast.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
Yeah, my kids really enjoyed it. Plus, it gives them confidence. Great friends they met through the years. So, from the safety side all the way through being a great swimmer.
Yep.
Is what it's all about. Nikki, those that want to come to your swim school, your swim academy, how can they reach you?
They can call us, but the best way is to go online to swimforlife.com, and that's a number 4, SWIM4LIFE.com. And you can click in to get a free lesson. We'll give you a free 25-minute private lesson in a warm water pool indoors. So then you can see the facility, you can ask all the questions you want, we can talk about what your interests are and what kind of lessons you want to get into.
And I am a satisfied client. So great
Well,
company,
thank you.
great
Thank
organization. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Miller with Academy Swim Club. Let Jim know I send my
will tell
best.
him.
I'll always see him at the gym exercising. Always a very healthy family you have.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you enjoyed this edition of the Santa Clarita Valley Chamber of Commerce Business Spotlight on AM 1220 KHTS.